In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. For you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you.
The following presentation is by Sam Smith Productions in association with Black and Gold Productions.
You are looking live at PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is the site of today's contest as the Bruins look to build off their victory against the Capitals yesterday against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Live in Pittsburgh against the Penguins team without Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin. It's the Bruins and the Penguins. It's a Sunday night countdown, showdown, whatever you want to call it. Sunday night showdown, Bruins and Penguins. Zacha, score! Bruins win! Pasternak, score! The Bruins win! 2-1 in overtime! Shot, score! Pavel Zacha! First one, yes! On this Sunday evening, the Bruins look to complete the back-to-back sweep as they're live in Pittsburgh taking on the Penguins. What's happening? Good to see everybody in the chat.
Depends. I hope I am wrong. Let go Bruins.
Thank you for the $2 super chat. Right to start. Wild and Avalanche are in overtime, so we are not starting on time. Because of course. Make sure if you have not yet, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get to your starting lineups. For the Bruins, it is a projection because they didn't put out the lineups. Husnudinov, Lindholm, and Pasternak, Zacha, Middlestat, Arvidsson, Minton, Asamont, Geeky. No Alex Steves today. Tanner Jeannot, Sean Corrali, and Mark Kastelik. On defense, Aspero and McAvoy, Lindholm and Lohrei, Zadorov, and Peak with Jonas Korpisalo in net. For the Penguins, it is Ricard Raquel, Yegor Chinnikov, and Brian Rust. Tommy Novak, Anthony Mantha, and Koivunen. Ben Kendall, Avery Hayes, and Elmer Soderblom making his Penguins debut. Blake Lizotte, Connor Dewar, and Noel Achari. Parker Wotherspoon and Eric Carlson, Ryan Shea and Chris Letang, Sam Girard and Ilya Solovyov with Artur Silovs in net for Pittsburgh. Make sure if you have not yet, hit the like button. Much appreciated. Be really, really helpful. Help spread the what's it called? Spread the word about the channel. The Wild are on a power play in overtime. 1:03 to go. The end of this game will send us right to Bruins Penguins in Pittsburgh on TNT. Alex Faust with the call for the game on TNT. So Nathan McKinnon in the box for interference. Games on TNT, so that's why the game has not started yet. Because national broadcasts have a delay because they do a doubleheader for no reason. They don't know how to segment these out properly. Just says event starting soon. I'm watching Wild Avalanche. That's why Hughes' a shot missing high on that. Oh man. Are we seriously gonna have a shootout if somebody scores? If the Wild doesn't score in the next 35 seconds? Why are the crowd booing? He was onside. Come on, Wild, win it. There it is. How do you miss by a mile? Good thing my projections were absolutely right, because the Bruins put out their lines, and they're exactly correct. A shootout. Bruins and Penguins coming up next on TNT is what it says. Goal predictions? Well, you said 3-2. I don't do predictions like that because I know I jinx it like all the time, so.
McKenna holds it with a minute to go. Carroll, right side, draw back into the middle. Bigelow scores!
Good call from Keegan. Yeah, I know it's a shootout. I'm watching it right here. Oh my god. We wait for the inevitable. Bruins coverage here on... First period of Bruins coverage on YouTube is brought to you by Uno Overlays. It is the easy way to overlay as we are getting hopefully ready quickly for Bruins and Penguins. The Wild go first. Zuccarello lost the puck. Val Chuskin will go first for Colorado to try to give the Avalanche the early lead in the shootout. He'll walk in near side, down the slot, walks in. Deke scores. What a goal. What a goal by Nichushkin. All right. Matt Boldy, the Millis, Mass native. Walks in down the slot. Scores! Not a goal. It's a nice goal. All right. The Avalanche need a goal and a save to win. Marty Necas will go second for the Avs. He's 3 for 6 in the shootout this season alone. He'll go right side. Comes down the right circle, cuts to the backhand. Good save by Wallstedt. Wow. All right, Minnesota, come on. Come on, Minnesota. In other news, Providence Bruins are going to the Calder Cup playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Which means that we're guaranteed going to have some playoff coverage. I might be doing some playoffs for BNG for the Providence Bruins. Here is Kirill Kaprizov. Right circle, down the slot, glove save, Wedgwood. And Providence is beating Hershey 2-1, heading into the third period down at the Amp in Providence. This picture goes some Kadri in his return to the Avalanche. He can win it right here in his first game as an Avalanche in a few years. And no, he missed. Now they're playing for Hagens the rest of the year. Well, Hagens might be in BC a little bit sooner. Tarasenko for Minnesota, because the Bruins game hasn't started yet. Tarasenko, save Wedgwood. Nathan McKinnon can win it for the Avs. Please win it. Please win the game. Right down the slot. Stops up, wins it for Colorado in the shootout. The game has not started because the Wild Avalanche game went late because it was on TNT. All right, now please let's get to the main event, please. It still says this event is starting soon on HBO Max because the Bruins game is the Avalanche game is just ending. Just a heads up. Just heads up, ladies and gentlemen. Please. It says 4:52 puck drop. It is 4:53. Yay! The game is on! Bruins going from right to left in the road whites. Penguins in the home blacks going from left to right. Here we go. No Joker in the Thief because they started the game too quick. We are underway. Casey Middlestat getting around the defender. And he couldn't get it through the second defender. Now here's Yegor Chinnikov. Chinnikov looks to center in front, and Raquel popped it up in the air, gloved it aside. And now the Bruins will play this puck. Here comes Middlestat. Middlestat has a chance here. Middlestat slows up, waiting for options, gets it in down low. Erik Karlsson for Blake Lizotte. Here come the Penguins. Lizotte across the line on the near side. Stops up against Aspero. Looks to the front. Kick save. Rebounds free. Korpisalo! Robbing somebody in front. Was it Karlsson? Or was it Achari? I couldn't tell. I don't know who it was, but it was an unbelievable stop early on. Exotic. Man. He didn't say it. Yes, he did. He got the pat on. I literally looked right at it. Here's Husnudinov. Plays it around. Here's Andrew Peak on the right side. Trying to play it across to Pasternak. Pasternak on the left side. Pass broken up by Letang. And it's dumped ahead there. In deep. There by Connor Dewar. Minton tied up with Solovyov. Penguins are offside. They can't play the puck. The Bruins will recover. It's Zadorov. Sends it off of Asamont. Fraser Minton over to Morgan Geekie. Back to Peak. Zadorov on the near side. He sends it ahead. Zadorov gets it in the zone. Dumped in on Seelovs. Geekie finishing his check on Sam Girard. Here's Toivonen. Or it's Koivunen, excuse me. Asamont back to Lohrei. Morgan Geekie in the middle. Here is Hampus Lindholm. Puts it in deep for Sean Corrali. Couldn't play the puck. Avery Hayes trying to advance this puck. Taken away there by Hampus Lindholm. Goes through Sean Corrali. And it's an icing against Boston 2.5 minutes in. Face-off won by Boston. Lohrei plays it around. Puck comes out of the zone. Soderblom for Kindle in front. Cleared away. Lohrei threw it away. And now Hampus Lindholm forces a turnover. Ben Kindle in front. Castlick got it away. Hampus Lindholm tied up there by Avery Hayes in the corner. Avery Hayes looks to center in front. Plays it around the net instead. Here Carlson on the right point. Looks across. Here's Brian Russ. Throws it on net. Shot save. Korpisalo got the blocker on that. Will Exotic crap on Korpisalo for making that save? We'll find out. Puck comes out, and the Bruins will be able to get a full change. Parker Wotherspoon has it in front of his own zone. Banks it up the boards and out. Broken up there by Lindholm. Plays it ahead for David Pasternak. Chris Letang tying him up. Letang takes it away. Off Hustadinov and Aspero. Here is Charlie McAvoy. For Jonathan Aspero. Hustadinov tied up with Letang. Here is Hustadinov. For David Pasternak, who I have a sneaking suspicion is playing with an injury. Emily Kaplan can say whatever she wants. I've watched the games more than she does. Pasternak is laboring on his right leg. He's been laboring since the Olympics. Here is Aspero. McAvoy plays it in the zone. In on Seelovs. Will make the stop. Face-off is tied up. Pittsburgh wins the draw. Zadorov plays it over to Andrew Peak on the far side. Dumps it in around the net. And the puck ended up out of play. Close out the Bruins. Ugh. I hate when I do that. Bruins dumping it around the net. Arvidsson trying to play to the middle. Got taken away. And now here come the Penguins dumped in there by Connor Dewar. Zadorov throws it into no man's land. Lizotte in front tipped away on a deflection from Dewar. Peak trying to send it ahead. Kept in by Noel Achari. Shot saved Korpisalo with the pad on it. Kept in at the line by Gerard. Gerard looking right circle in front. Pinball's wide. Arvidsson for Zacha. Has to spin back. He throws it back to Zadorov here. Lindholm for Asimont. They got to attack the line. They haven't attacked the blue line once. He puts it back wall. Trying to play it to Lowry. Bats at it. It goes wide on the net. Here is Wotherspoon tied up there by Minton. Penguins get this puck ahead. It's Mantha. Mantha closed off by Hampus Lindholm. Puck comes in front, cleared away. The Bruins do not have the excuse of back-to-back because the Penguins played yesterday and lost to Philly at home. Erik Karlsson, right point, cutting to the middle. Karlsson shoots wide. Mantha out to the blue line, Ryan Shea. Koivunen tied up and taken there by Geekie. Lowry in the tie-up. Geekie scoops this puck way ahead. This puck will not be icing here. Yes, it will. What's up, Lava? How you doing? Minton against Kindle on this draw. A tired Bruins crew right now. They've been out there for almost a minute. The Minton, Asimont, Geekie line with Lindholm and Lowry defensively. At the left point now, it's Ryan Shea to the net block. No Connor Clifton today for Pittsburgh or Justin Brazeau. Brazeau replaced by Elmer Soderblom, who has the puck now, acquired from the Red Wings earlier on Friday. And the Connor Clifton replaced there by Solovyov as Asimont got knocked down. Deflects off of Avery Hayes. A try there from Soderblom. Gets deflected and it goes up and out of play. 7:06 into the first period. Exotic. If you hate Korpisalo so much, then why? Look, here's a genuine question. Where have you been since Christmas? He's had one bad start since Christmas, and it was Thursday night. One bad start since Christmas. I don't know where you've been. I'm not sitting here saying Corpy's amazing or anything, because he's not. But he's been much better since Christmas than he's been all last year. He's stolen quite a few games for the Bruins since Christmas. And in a few statistics, Korpisalo is one of the better goaltenders in the NHL since Christmas in a lot of categories. It's crazy. Corpy is not better than Ullmark. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's a little insane. Let's not push it there. Linus Ullmark won a Vezina just a few years ago. Korpisalo's best season was like a .920 save percentage at one point. Ullmark had a .930 that year. Yeah, I didn't like the attitude from Korpisalo either. I didn't like it. Trust me, Exotic, I think the Bruins would be a better team if DiPietro was the backup to Swayman. I think he would be, as he makes a save there on a try from Chinakhov. But at the same time, you know, you can only deal with the cards you're dealt, and I think he's played okay since Christmas with what we've had. Before, I'll give you all that, but again, man. All I'll say to Don Sweeney is Dean Letourneau better be worth it, because that's the first-round pick the Bruins got back from the Senators in that deal. And a penalty on Pittsburgh, excuse me. It's going to be as Husnudinov drew a tripping penalty, and now Aspero and Brian Rust tied up as well. That's at the deadline. Exotic, there's no value. Not one team asked for him. Nobody asked for him. He's probably gonna get bought out this summer. I'd be shocked if he wasn't. Big tie up here on the face-off. The Bruins win it. Pastrnak back to McAvoy on the center point. Pastrnak. Elias Lindholm in front, trying to find Zacha. Could not. Bruins power play, pathetic 1 for 5 yesterday. And Pastrnak just throwing the puck to Blake Lizotte. That was really smart. Puck comes out. Here is Zacha waiting for options here. Chips it in down low. Geeky for Elias Lindholm. Here is Elias Lindholm looking to find a man in front. McAvoy has it. Shot saved there by Seelovs. McAvoy got knocked down. Penguins clear. Zacha for Geeky back to Zacha. And he has to spin back as Noel Acciari is pressing Zacha quickly. Lindholm to Zacha. Across the line. Pastrnak fakes the shot. Drops it to McAvoy. Pastrnak. He and McAvoy swap. Pastrnak walks the left wall. McAvoy out top. Shoots the net. Don't think it got to Seelovs. I couldn't tell. Geeky looks in front. Zacha. McAvoy falling down. Shot saves Seelovs again. Pastrnak shoots again. Save. Zacha. McAvoy. Geeky doesn't shoot the one-timer. He's going to get pressured. Cross-ice pass. Pastrnak plays it off the wall. McAvoy. Pastrnak looks. Curls. Lost the puck. Penguins will try to clear. McAvoy holds in. Here is Geeky. Left circle. Zacha scores! Pavel Zacha on a rocket from the right circle. Power play goal. Bruins on top. He's got goals in back-to-back games. There you go. The power play strikes when they needed it most. Zacha's 17th. So, Pavel Zacha getting the Bruins a 1-0 lead on a power play goal. Goal number 17 for Zacha. Kastelik looking to throw it in front for Jeannot. He couldn't get it to him. Novak. Lohrei takes it away. Lohrei gets it out of the zone for the moment, but lost it to Girard. Everybody's saying goal in the chat. Yes. Puck comes out in front. Kastelik knocks it away from Koivunen. And he finishes his check as well. Jeannot. Around for Lori. Back to here is Kastelik. Sends it up the ice. Jeannot's going to have to beat a race for it, and he'll be late. It's an icing against Boston. "83 straight games where the Bruins have scored at least a goal." Nice. Yes? Oh my god. Food is being delivered. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
You mind?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. Mom says hi.
Bruins get it in the offensive zone. The puck goes out of play. Go to commercial break, and OMG. She bring any food for chat? No, but she brought food for me, and I am eating well. Steak and mac and cheese. Oh my gosh. She knew I was streaming, so. Cheers. It's fire? Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, okay? I know it's a big controversy of how you like your steak. I like my medium. I just go medium for anything like red meat, like steak, burgers, whatever. Medium. I've had it medium rare. It's fine. I just prefer medium, personally. I go medium, yeah. I just think... Yeah, I don't know. I just like a hot pink center. Well done for me. You're... Oh, man. That's insane. Now, here's the thing, okay? Oh, God. I can't pick up the mac and cheese. Come on, game. Fork, please. Lava, that is a war crime. I'm like exotic on this one. It's a war crime. I had great-grandfather. I never met him, but my dad would always tell stories about how he would, whenever went out to a restaurant and ordered a steak, he'd always get it well done. My uncle tried it one time and spit it right back out. So here's Arvidsson. Bruins have numbers the other way. Arvidsson shoots. It's blocked there by Avery Hayes. Erik Karlsson over to Soderblom, a shot. Save Korpisalo. Medium rare for me. See, I don't mind medium rare, but I like medium. I like a little more cooked. 2-on-1 for the Bruins. Arvidsson looks across. Middlestat. Blocked by Wotherspoon, I think. This will be the final regular season meeting between these two teams, Pittsburgh and the Bruins. The Bruins have won both meetings so far this season, both up in Boston. Bruins winning 1-0 earlier on, and the Bruins winning 2-1 last Tuesday. Elias Lindholm trying to get it to Husnudinov, got broken up just inside the blue line. And now here comes Rust. Gets it in the zone. Aspro tied with Rust. Lindholm sends it to Husnudinov. Here come the Bruins. Here's Husnudinov. Chips it past Ryan Shea. And he'll wrap him up behind the Penguins' net. Shea gets it free. Plays it ahead now. Chinakhov off of McAvoy. Hampus Lindholm's back to recover. Takes the bump. Charlie McAvoy's there for support. Trying to flip this puck out. We have a hand pass here against Pittsburgh. Hurt my feelings, but that's okay. No. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've seen well done steak, and it looks like charcoal. I'm sure it tastes like it, too. To me, anyway. Zacha with Asamont and Geeky right now. This is because Minton was out there with Middlestat and Arvidsson due to the power play. Asamont dumps it in. Seelovs plays it around. And the puck comes out. Asamont for Hampus Lindholm now. This puck comes down, and no icing here as Pittsburgh touched it. Gerard couldn't play it. Asamont centers it in front, and Geeky couldn't get to the puck. Puck played aside. Here comes Noel Achari. Chips it past Hampus Lindholm. Lorai as Lindholm cut off a man in front. Morgan Geeky lifts this one out of the zone. Asamont tied up there, and it comes back to Zadorov. Sean Corrali dumps it in. Yeah, the Bruins trying to win their first game on the road since before the Olympics. The Bruins have struggled massively on the road, but their hot stretch at home is what helped them get into a playoff spot. Puck comes out of the zone. Wotherspoon with it. Puck played to Erik Karlsson on the near side, just across the line. Corrali broke it up. Zadorov over to Andrew Peeke. I'm still waiting for Henry Jokiharju to get back in the lineup. I'd love to see him play again. And not see Andrew Peeke, who makes less money than Jokiharju, by the way. Anyway, $3 million setting upstairs for what? Plus Alex Seeds is another 1.625. $5 million sitting up in the press box for what? Here's Soderblom. This puck goes all the way back into the Pittsburgh end as Soderblom fed it behind the stick of Ryan Shea. This has been a quick-moving first period. Chris Letang over to Soderblom. Letang's through, trying to play it across, broken up. Shea shoots, blocked. Bruins have a 2-on-1. It's Middlestat, Arvidsson, and Minton 3-on-1. Arvidsson cuts across. Middlestat fan on the puck. Middlestat just missed. He had an open net. The puck ate him up. The puck goes out of play, and Jeremy Swayman off to smother it. Middlestat, the puck bounced on him right as he was about to shoot, and it looked like it. I mean, Arvidsson, great cut against Kindle. He's the only man back, and let's see. Oh, Arvidsson put it right off the skate. Nothing Middlestat could have done about that. Yeah, it wasn't a great pass by Arvidsson. Just, right idea. Just, all right, here we go. So, here is where I like it, right? Here is where I like it. Maybe here, right? Mainly here, right? People who like it like this, I genuinely don't know. Like, See, if it, here's the thing, okay? If it's juicy, well-done steak, like it's what this claims it is, then I'm in. But if it's just rough and tough, ugh. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Never heard of blue. I never heard of that either. I think blue is literally this. On the grill, flip it. After like 10 seconds, out. I think that's what that is. The cow is still mooing. Puck's guided into the offensive zone here for the Bruins. Penguins get it back. It's Raquel ahead. Here is Solovyov in front, trying to center for Raquel is Chinikov, and it got broken up on the pass. Raquel walks the blue line. Fires to the net. Save. Rebound. Lohrei chops it away. Lindholm chips it past Lindholm to Pasternak. Pasternak, right, left circle. Shot blocked. Trying to get the puck back on the rebound. Couldn't get it through. Bruins keep it alive at Susnazinov. Pasternak. Elias Lindholm fires a shot. Hits Solovyov and it stung. Pasternak. Lindholm. One-timer kick save. There by Tsilovs. Lindholm robbed in front. Bruins keep it in. Peak for Zadorov. Elias Lindholm shoots. Save. Rebound again. Juicy rebound again for Boston. Zadorov trying to get it into Pasternak, and Raquel took it away. Puck bounces out. Couple of good shots for Lindholm. Just can't bury it. Here's Asamont across the line. Throws it to the net. Saved there by Tsilovs. Asamont tied up there with Achari. Carlson and Minton in there as well. Wotherspoon in there for Pittsburgh as well. Wotherspoon gets the puck. Sends it to Lizotte. Broken up. Andrew Peak gets it back. Asamont couldn't play it. Here comes Pittsburgh. Lizotte shoots. Saved Korpisalo. On the kick save, he put it around the net. Achari out to Carlson. Carlson shoots wide. Geekie sends it ahead, trying to connect with Minton. Couldn't. And Pittsburgh will get it right back. They'll attack the blue line. Connor Dewar looks in front. Goes around the net, turns and shoots. Korpisalo got the kick save on it. Aspero knocked down. Trying to dig this one free is Lizotte, Aspero, and Geekie not letting him. Achari takes the bump from McAvoy. So Achari and Wotherspoon, the two former Bruins playing for the Penguins today. Clifton and Brazo both upstairs. McAvoy to Morgan Geekie. He'll flip it in deep as the Bruins will be able to get a change. Letang for Mantha, broken up in the neutral zone. Hampus Lindholm back to Mason Lohrei. As the second line comes out, the red-hot second line. You could argue it's the best line all year. Middlestat, Zacha, and Arvidsson. I won't debate the argument. I'd agree with it. Bruins keep it in. Zacha to Middlestat. Middlestat on the left side. Middlestat looking in front. Drops it for Arvidsson along the wall instead. Hampus Lindholm shoots. Hit the back wall. It bounced out in front. Penguins get it away. Hampus Lindholm keeps it in. Lohrei can't play the bouncing puck. Chops it into Middlestat. Arvidsson trying to get there for support. Can't get there in time. Letang. Mantha for Ryan Shea. Pittsburgh will get this puck up the ice. Puck goes off Mason Lohrei out of play with 2:16 to go in the first period, and it's 1-0 Boston. 48 viewers, only 12 likes. We need a massive like spike. 3, 2, 1, like spike. Hit the like button if you have not yet. Kindle waved out of the draw against Castle. It'll be Soderblom on the draw. Soderblom wins it. Make sure if you have not yet, make sure to join the conversation in the live chat if you have not yet. Shot by Avery Hayes goes wide. Sam Girard at the left point. Soderblom. Jeannot takes it away. Here come the Bruins. They have a 3-on-2. Corrali just ahead of the puck. I'll even turn off the sub-only. Oh, no, it's anyone. It already is on anyone. Okay. Castle trying to play it in front, cleared aside. Here is Solovyov. They'll dump it in for Pittsburgh. Zadorov plays it around. Down to a minute and a half to go in the first period. During the first intermission, I'm just going to eat my dinner while chatting with you guys. Ben Kindle. A shot from the corner. Save. Rebound. Chopped wide. Kastelik gets it, trying to get it away from the Bruins' end. Kept in by Soderblom, but Zadorov will clear it off Corrali. It's held in. Here is Kindle out top. Fires. Blocked by Zadorov at the end of a shift. These guys are exhausted. Final minute of the first period now. Zadorov for Husnudinov. And the Bruins will eventually get this puck out. They'll have to make a quick change. They didn't get a full one. Dewar has a man in front. Achari stopped by Korpisalo. Husnudinov sends it ahead for Pasternak just off his stick. And it comes in on Seelovs. He'll make the save with 38.2 to go in the period. Big save by Korpisalo on Achari, who's sitting right in front. Bruins lost an assignment. On Achari in front, but thankfully Korpisalo shut the door. Puck comes out of the zone. McAvoy lost it. Blake Lizotte takes it away with 30 seconds. Wotherspoon at the center point. Shovels it in down low. Aspero on the near side corner. Puck deflects off Elias Lindholm. Wotherspoon holds it in. Here's Erik Karlsson. Backhand on the net wide. Down to 13. Karlsson one-timer. Misses high. Shot by Dewar. Save Korpisalo with 5.1 to go in the first period. I'll also be giving you a Providence Bruins update during the intermission. Checking on how their game's going against the Hershey Bears down at the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence. Providence Bruins, the only team in the Eastern Conference to have clinched a playoff spot to this point. They will be playing in the Calder Cup playoffs later in the spring. Bruins win the face-off. Arvidsson will get this puck tied up. That is going to do it for the first period. Bruins with a 1-0 lead against the Penguins through 20 minutes. Solid first period. This is a regular season game, number 7,017 in Bruins history. Boston has scored in 6,605 of them. It's better than 94%. That's a pretty good number, actually. I'm not even going to lie. Providence leading 3-2 on Hershey with 9:24 to go in the third period down in Providence. If you're watching on Flow Hockey, my boy Brett Chavs calling the game this afternoon. Speaker turned off. There you go. Be better than the last game. Oh yeah, they got killed yesterday. Thankfully, they got into the playoffs anyway because Springfield lost. What are your guys' thoughts in that first period? Let me know in the live chat. Yeah, Celtics won today. I saw. Jason Tatum had 20 points, right? They beat Cleveland. That's a big win for the Celtics, actually. Let's take a look at the stats through 20 minutes. Of course, as you can see on your screen, Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Shots were even at 9. Pittsburgh won 53.3% of the faceoffs, 8 of 15. Bruins won 7 of 15. The Bruins had the only power play of the first period, and they scored on it. Bruins are 1 for 1 on the power play. Penguins have not had a power play yet. Penguins had 9 hits. Hershey just tied the game against Providence at 3. Power play goal for Ilya Protas. Alexei Protas' younger brother, by the way. Is Reichel in? I'll tell you right now. No. Alexis Gendron is, though. He's a -1. Did Reichel play yesterday? No? Same roster from yesterday to today. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I have no idea. How's Sam? I'm good. How are you? He might practice before wanting to throw him in a game. Yeah. The oldest living ex-Bruins. Amazingly, the 2 oldest Bruins, Ghoul. I don't know how to pronounce that first name. Fielder and Jim Morrison both died in February. Don Head is now Boston's oldest ex-player. Wow. Could Lucas Reichel still be a good player? Oh, yeah. They just want to give him consistent time in the league. Consistent playing time instead of just having him sit upstairs in Boston and playing him in Providence. You know? Yeah, only gave up a 6th round pick. That's the best part. I'm pulling up the game. Yeah. I have the game on my phone, Hershey and Providence, so I'll let you know what happens.
Patrick Brown will take the draw inside the right circle. One by Tufty, shoots, and a bad stop by Garen Bjorklund.
Come on. Providence wearing their Pooh Bears today because it's Teddy Bear toss today. So the first Providence goal was scored by Joey Abate today. The fans threw tons of Teddy Bears in the ice. Any news on Jack? I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about Jack in a while. Whenever he's at the games, he looks like he's doing well, like physically. But clearly something's up. But I don't know. The game started at 3:52. Yeah. It's too bad that Danslish Mellis is done for the year in Providence, because he's getting shoulder surgery. Shoulder surgery, if you didn't know. Because he has been really good this year. He was gonna get a couple of thank you games at the end of the year. Which would have been great. Your local junior B team, Cambridge Redhawks, finished the regular season yesterday with a 45-5 record. Damn. Come on, Providence. Under 4 minutes now, still tied at 3. Oh, Hershey scores. DiPietro, where are you going? Get him a map. What happened here? It was a centering. Oh, boy. Yikes. Yikes. Not a great goal to give up if you're Corpusalo. Way out. Oh, yeah. If that was Corpusalo, Exotic would have blown a gasket. I'd show you, but it's copyrighted. Oh, man, that was bad. Oh, did I say Corpusalo? Yeah, if that... I meant DiPietro. If Corpusalo gave up that goal... If that was Corpusalo in net instead of DiPietro there, he would have blown a gasket. He was almost in the right circle and the puck ended up in the net. The Sarnia Legionnaires, 0-49. There's bad, then there's bad. As you can see on the ticker right here, it's going this way. My friend of mine, Roby, is at the Tampa Buffalo game today. It's 4-3 Hershey. I hear he was on the right. He was literally in the right circle, or he was like near it. He was like near the line towards the crease, heading into the right circle. It was crazy. Like if he was another like 2 or 3 feet up, he'd be in the right circle. How? He got fooled by the deke. Oh, they score! Jake Schmaltz. Providence ties it with 2:50 left. Yay, Jake Schmaltz. Yeah, Brett's saying it. There's been 5 goals scored in the third period. Oh, Bjorklund, the Hershey goalie. Yikes. That puck was right in front of the net. Bjorklund had no idea where it was, and he just roofed it. Nice stuff. Nice stuff from Jake Schmaltz. What is Bjorklund doing? He just gave the puck away. What is he doing? Ooh, good save on Tufty. That was a tough shot, actually. I think the second period's about to start, so I'm not going to be able to see the finish of this one, I don't think, but... Second period coverage of Bruins hockey on YouTube is brought to you by Benable. Recommend, discover, and monetize. It's 1-0 Boston going into the second period. Pavel Zacha, the power play goal in the first period, giving the Bruins the lead. An AEW commercial? Boo! If I wanted to watch shitty wrestling, I gotta go to the local indie show down the street. Stolen commercial, so I'm going to watch a little more of this game here. Come on, Blue Mel, make a play. Okay, get it to Tufty. Brown's in front. Oh, Tufty trying to tuck it in himself. Oof. Brunet. Oh. boy. All right. I got to turn it off, unfortunately, right when the Providence is rotating in the offensive zone. Going from left to right in the road whites. Penguins in the home blacks going from right to left. And away we go in the second period. Hey, there's crime. The Bruins are 3 points behind Montreal for third in the Atlantic. Achari wins the draw against Elias Lindholm. I actually did enjoy the way they sent John Cena off. I actually did enjoy that. I thought it was good. I thought it was perfectly executed the way they did it, too. Not the entire run, but I thought at least the final match was... I thought it was good. It was poetic. Penguins are offside. The Penguins have made 41 trades since June of 2023, only behind only behind San Jose for most in the league. I think I can count on a set of hands how many trades the Bruins have made since 2023. Oh, man. But honestly, that's not the worst thing in the world. Puck sent ahead. Here's Arvidsson, who's behind the defense. Arvidsson got poke-checked by 3 back-checkers. And now here's Chinakhov. Providence scored. Let's go! Tufty, 45 to go. Yes. Rust for Gerard. Gets the return to Rust. Throws it on net, blocked. I was watched wrestling. Iron Sheik was putting the guys in the Campbell clutch. Oh, yeah, the Iron Sheik. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Arvidsson takes it from Gerard. Arvidsson across the line. Looks. Plays trying to play it in front of Middlestat. It got broken up. Geeky spins back, plays it to Andrew Peak. Peak on the entry for Fraser Minton. Trying to throw it in front, got blocked there by Solovyov, and now it's Raquel. Puck's dumped in. Korpisalo leaves it for Peak, almost put it through his skates. Peak to Asamont, sends it to Geeky. Puck, he couldn't play it, it bounced on him, and now Mantha's got it. Asamont to flex it. Bruins keep it in. Geeky shoots, misses high on that try. And it goes out of play. Geeky and McAvoy got the assists on the Zacha power play goal back in the first. Make sure if you have not yet, hit the like button and subscribe. We have 60 viewers, only 18 likes. Hit the like button. Would be much appreciated. It helps me out big time. Subscribe if you have not yet as well. We're on the road to 2.3K. Penguins get it ahead. They'll dump it in. It's Koivunen on the dump in. Peak plays it around. Zadorov knocked down Koivunen. Asamont lifts this one out to the neutral zone. Geeky couldn't play it. It's Mantha back to Letang. Donations are open if you'd like, and hit the pinned comment in the live chat or the first link in the description. That's the best way to support me. Or you can hit the dollar bill icon in the live chat. Here comes Sean Corrali. Gets it into Jeannot as Corrali got knocked down. Jeannot Looking for options. Castle coming late off the bench. Here's Hampus Lindholm to the front. Deflects just wide. Lori, good pinch. Corrali for Jeannot. Ryan Shea takes it away and clears it down. And it looks like we're going to have an icing here against Pittsburgh. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, like spike. Hit that like button. Providence won. Great. Good, good, good. Elias Lindholm on this draw against Novak. Tie up here. Bruins get it back to the line. Lori. Hampus Lindholm. Pasternak gets the feed from him. Pasternak out high. Hampus Lindholm left circle. Trying to look for a backdoor feed. Puck goes wide. It comes out of the zone. Mason Lori's got it. Through Elias Lindholm. Puck comes to Hustadinov. He's in. Hustadinov saved there by Seelovs, and he got taken out. We have a stoppage as Seelovs got taken out. They're going to say it was incidental contact with the goalie. So no goalie interference as Hustadinov crashed the net off the save there by Seelovs. Both men are okay after the collision. Bruins win the faceoff. Lindholm for Pasternak. Fires. Knocked down. Still free. Lori put it over the net. He had an open chance there, and he just put it over the net. Husnudinov on the bench. Jeannot out there instead of him. Pasternak. Here is Hampus Lindholm back out to Pasternak. Hampus Lindholm again. Throws it in front. Hit off Jeannot wide. Jeannot getting some top line minutes right now with Lindholm and Pasternak. Lindholm back out to Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm out to Pasternak. Pasternak looks in front. Hampus Lindholm with the left point. Mason Lori right point. Puck deflects off Achari sticking out. Jeannot takes it away, gets it into the zone, trying to get it to Pasternak, could not. Yeah, no, I didn't have a great look on Shea's skate. I'll have to look later, see if it was a tripping penalty or not. I'd have to look. McAvoy takes it away there from the Penguins, kept in by Raquel. Had Achari in the slot, finds him, that's Carlson, sorry. Saved by Korpisalo. McAvoy off Middlestat now. Erik Karlsson whacks it back in. McAvoy on the far side to Zacha. Here is Middlestat across the line, looking for options here. Trying to play it to the middle, goes over Aspero's glove. Now Chinakhov trying to get around Aspero. Aspero not letting him by. Chinakhov for Solovyov in front, puck goes wide. Rust now behind the Bruins net. Here is Chinakhov trying to chip it in front. Blocked by Aspero, who's way up high on the play. Solovyov. Middlestat, good pressure. Solovyov in front. Pinball's wide. Chinakhov again shovels it in deep. McAvoy. Puck comes out in front, and the Bruins get it away. It's Aspero who lifts this one into the neutral zone. Yeah, Exotic, I'm with you on that. Oh, the damn air horn. Ben Kindle. For Letang, right side. Spins back. Pittsburgh almost had too many men. Letang walks the blue line. Kindle slips. Bruins take it away. It's Arvidsson. One-on-one. Arvidsson looking for options. Has Asamont. Shoots. Saved by Seelovs on Asamont's shot from the high slot. And now Asamont's mixing up with Letang. Here we go. Letang tackles Asamont. They're still going at it. Letang having to be restrained by the officials. What even started that? It was Asamont's wrist shot. I mean, he and Letang exchanged. Then Letang just started throwing punches, and Asamont just said, hey, man. Is that a fight? Will we consider that a fight for Asamont? I mean, I wouldn't really think so, right? I think we're 4-on-4. Asamont and Letang are both going to get 2 each for roughing. I think we're going to play 4-on-4. Which, fine. If we're going to do that, that's fine. Yep, 4 skaters aside. Letang in the box for Pittsburgh. Asamont for Boston. So actually good on Asamont for getting one of Pittsburgh's top players off the ice. Geeky and Minton with Lohrei and Lindholm out there. Gonna do the face-off again. Geeky will take this draw and lose it to Novak, and now Carlson plays it around for Rust. Sent it just past Parker Wotherspoon, who would have been on a breakaway. Wotherspoon decks Hampus Lindholm. Former teammates, former line mates. Geeky has Lohrei breaking. Geeky to the front behind Lohrei on that feed there from Geeky. Now Pittsburgh has a 2-on-1. Carlson has Novak. Carlson in front. Kicked away by Korpisalo. Now Frazier. Now here's Hampus Lindholm. 3-on-2. For Geeky. Slows up, waiting for his reinforcements here. Now it's Minton at the point. McAvoy on the right point now. McAvoy walks the blue line. Leaves it for Frazier Minton for Morgan Geeky. Geeky steps up, fires. Saved there by Seelovs. Minton gets it back. Geeky. Zadorov shoots and it misses over the net. Just didn't miss by much. Now Pittsburgh, here's a chance now for Russ. Save Korpisalo on Russ try. Got the glove on it. Zadorov for Pasternak out there with McAvoy and Elias Lindholm. Pasternak trying to get it to McAvoy or Elias Lindholm. Couldn't get to either of them. Raquel takes it away. Now here's Gerard for Raquel. Raquel slows up in front. Gerard stopped by Korpisalo. Now here is Zadorov. 20 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Asamont and Letang will exit in 15 seconds. Here is McAvoy. Swings back. The Bruins will let them change here. Excuse me. McAvoy to Pasternak. 5 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Pasternak with it. Power play. 4-on-4 is over. Back to 5-on-5. Bruins cannot play the puck. It's an offside. Pittsburgh will move it up the ice. Here's Shea. Moves it to Kindle. Plays it in front. Save Korpisalo. On Soderblom, who's looking for options early on. He and Peak come together. Corpy making a couple of good saves here in the past few minutes. .11:36 to go second period. Bruins up 1-0. Power play goal for Zacha back in the first period, who's taking the face-off now. Against not Ben Kindle as he's waved out. Against Avery Hayes. Zacha wins it. Andrew Peak, who negates the icing as he beat Letang to the puck first. Solovyov chopped around. Aspero holds in. Shot wide. Arvidsson there first. In the middle. Zacha. Deke scores! Zacha again! What a play by Victor Arvidsson! 2-0 Boston. Zacha's got 2 on the afternoon or evening, wherever you may be. The deke to the out. Zacha with a goal number 18 on the season for him. And it's 2-0. His second goal today. It is hat-trick watch. It really is. Here's Tanner Jeannot. For Mason Lohrei. Hampus Lindholm sends it ahead, goes through, goes off Kastelik and in the zone for the moment. Making sure my speaker is charging while we're gone the rest of the time, since, well, it was turned off on me. Koivunen entitled there by Lohrei. Here is Novak, shoots to the net, blocked by Lohrei, gets knocked down. Hampus Lindholm pops it up, plays it, was Novak in front. Kastelik just runs a man over. Freight Train Express coming through. His name's Mark Kastelik. And now the Bruins send it ahead. Here is Tanner Jeannot, one man to beat. He has to spin back as he didn't have Wotherspoon's angle. Here is Corrali, goes off a skate. Yeah, that. Here is Blake Lizotte, pressured by Minton. Puck deflects off a stick into the Bruins' end on the near side. Puck comes to Aspero on a shovel from McAvoy, sent ahead. Here is Asamont. Gets it across the line, trying to get around Shea. Asamont looking out to the blue line. McAvoy throws it on net. Shot knocked down as Seelovs is way out of position. Puck played across. Now Shea puts it around the net. Here is Raquel. Letang to the front. Save. Korpisalo. Now McAvoy. Lifts this puck ahead just out of the reach of Asimont. Now Letang, McAvoy. Good job getting back, just cutting off any sort of angle he could have had. Puck's behind the Bruins net. Puck's popped up in the air. Batted free, and it comes to Morgan Geekie at the end of a shift for these guys. Or at least for Geekie. He'll find Pasternak across the line. Pasternak back to Geekie. Looking for options here. Across to Pasternak, and he just got deflected by Raquel. At the end of a shift for Geekie, trying to make something out of nothing. Good take from Pasternak on Dewar. Pasternak for Husnudinov. For Peak. To the front, saved by Seelovs. On a try from Peak from the center point. But the Bruins are starting to turn it on here. They have a 2-0 lead, 8:27 to go here in the second period. And it is all thanks to Pavel Zacha with his second goal of the day. Yeah, Pavel Zacha, I want to point out, Zacha's with the Bruins through next season, right? As of now, up in pay. He'll probably get about $6 million a year, is my guess. He's making $4.75 right now. Okay. 16 goals, make that 18. 18 goals, 26 assists, 44 points in 60 games this year. Good numbers. Good numbers for Zacha. I like we resign him. Try to move him if possible. I think there's exotic. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I think there is a world where the Bruins do bring back Pavel Zacha. I think there absolutely is a world where Zacha returns after his next contract. Especially if he shifts to the wing. Because Middlestad's not going to be here after next year. Middlestad's a free agent after next year. Right? I know Latorno is going to be here. I know Hagens is going to be here. But you're going to need somebody else. You're going to need other people too, you know? I got to say, the Pavel Zacha for Eric Holla trade, as much as I do miss Eric Holla, Pavel Zacha, man, what an addition. One of the better trades Sweeney's ever made. Wotherspoon to the front, knocked down. Wotherspoon to Carlson, walks the line. Carlson in the left circle. Blocked in front. Husnudinov tied up there by Lazat. Carlson deflected out to the line, kept in by Dewar. Back into the corner. Eric Carlson gets around Husnudinov, walks right in front, and he missed an open side. He missed. He was trying to go over the far shoulder and missed. Seelovs. Turnover! Pasternak! Pasternak scores! Seelovs coughed up the puck. And Pasternak took it away and buried it. 3-0. What do we say here on this stream? What does Steve Dangle say? I've been saying that longer than I've known Steve Dangle. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal, and bad things happen to you. Seelovs threw it away and Pasternak took it and buried it. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. Oh, that's an unlucky, that's a bad play. That is a Sam's dang it. That is a Sam's dang it if I've ever seen one. Oh, man. Middlestat across the line shoots, saved by Seelovs. And gets a sarcastic cheer from the crowd. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That is absolutely not good. Bruins win the face-off. Zacha won it. Middlestat from the blue line. Lohrei right circle. Left the puck behind. He gets it back. Lohrei, Arvidsson touch pass. Puck comes in front, cleared away. Bruins keep it in. It's Arvidsson. Gets the return from Zacha in front, tied up. Puck comes out. Here comes Chinakhov. Trying to get around Lohrei. Lohrei not biting. Chinakhov. Solovyov. Rust in front. Where's the puck? Korpisalo's glove. That's where it is. That's an old throwback. If you know, you know. If you know the lore of Sam's Dangits. If you know, you know. Shea's shot blocked by Sean Corrali, who couldn't quite thread it to Jeannot. He almost got it to Kastelik, but the Penguins take it away. Here is Soderblom, gets it in. Aspro shovels it around the net. Bruins with a 3-0 lead on the road. It's just, this is a scary feat. The Bruins have not done well on the road at all this season. Are they going to call a penalty on the Bruins for that? Are they saying it's on Aspro? Your favorite is the Price is Right loser horn? Marco Sturm wanted an explanation on that. I don't think it's on Aspro. I think it's should be on McAvoy. But hey, you know, McAvoy's a better penalty killer than Aspro is, so. They got the wrong guy, but I'm not complaining. They're not going to say anything about it. Elias Lindholm will take this draw. For the Bruins, shorthanded. It's their first time they've been shorthanded today. Bruins win it, and Hampus Lindholm clears it 200 feet. Instead of McAvoy, they took Aspro. Erik Karlsson walks right in, and he's hooked. It's going to be on Hampus Lindholm. Five on three for a minute 38. The Bruins were being so disciplined until they weren't. Hampus Lindholm is in the box. Elias Lindholm on the faceoff with Zadorov and McAvoy out there defensively. The Bruins win it to start. The Penguins get the puck. Bruins get it back. Lindholm clears. The Bruins needed to make this difficult in some way, didn't they? Here is Karlsson for Chinikov. Remember, no Crosby, no Malkin for the Penguins today. Crosby started skating and Malkin is suspended. Erik Karlsson at the left point. Rust back to Karlsson. Chinikov walks in. Raquel. Chinikov scores! 3-1 Pittsburgh. 3-1 Pittsburgh back within 2. I mean, that's what happens when you take penalties, right? You're going to get burned. It's a great shot by Chinikov. Just beats Korpisalo under the glove. I mean, you don't put stuff in front of Korpisalo to block it, right? When you don't have... When you have your 2 best defensemen in the box, what's going to happen, man? What's going to happen? Give it up goals. Now it's about killing this penalty, right? If you can kill this one, it's all right, because you're still up 2. Remember, the Bruins shouldn't lay over now. They're still up 2. Here is Koivunen looking in front, has options, and the shot goes wide. That might have caught the post. Letang for Mantha. Chip back out to Letang. Active 6 from Janot. Couldn't get there. Kindle blocked by Zadorov. He will try to clear, and yes, puck comes out. Minton racing for it with Kindle. 2 of the top rookies in the league. Minton trying to win the battle. He got it away from Kindle, but it came right to Koivunen. 35 to go in the power play. Minton McAvoy is a little slow to get up after blocking that shot. Mantha for Letang. Pass broken up. Aspro, good block. Corrali ahead for Kastelik. Here is Kastelik now shorthanded. Drops it for Peak. Peak, back. Kastelik, kick save. A little too much passing. I kind of want to see Peak shoot that there. But they kill off the penalty. The second penalty killed off. Here is Chinikov. Now it's about for the Bruins getting the next one. Shot from Chinikov goes up and out of play into the protective netting. Yeah, what happened to McAvoy? Was it blocking a shot or did he get hit? Oh, Chinikov and oh. Chinikov kind of wrapped around McAvoy's knee or something, and he went down. Before they went to break, McAvoy was still on the bench, yes. Yeah, just a little banged up. Chicago scored, thank you. McAvoy's still on the bench. McAvoy's saying something on the bench. Elias Lindholm wins it against Raquel. Husnudinov has to spin back against Rust. Zadorov sends it off of Pasternak into the Penguins bench. .331 to go second period. Bruins with a 3-1 lead. Puck played around. Penguins keep it in. It's Rust. A shot from Wotherspoon misses wide. Puck bounces out in front, and Lindholm got it away. Now here is Pasternak. Takes the bump. Husnudinov gets across the blue line. Spins back. For Peak. Right point. Right circle. Shot wide. He was looking for a tip from Lindholm there. Peak to the front. Deflected off Husnudinov wide, and Silovs grabs it. And he'll hang on. 3 minutes to go, second period. 3-1 Bruins. Bruins goals today. 2 for Pavel Zacha. David Pasternak getting the third goal. And for the Penguins, it was Egor Chinnikov. On a 5-on-3. Bruins only have 2 shorthanded goals this year. Yeah, it's Kastelik and Steves, correct? Lizotte wins the draw against Fraser Minton in the offensive zone. Lizotte for Girard. Here's Solovyov across the Bruins line. Lohrei keep him to the outside. Lohrei falls over. Solovyov's free. Girard at the point. Drops it for Dewar to the front. Kicked aside by Korpisalo. Asamont still tied up at the blue line with Dewar. Shot there is blocked. Here is Dewar. Into the corner. Achari there. Lizotte has some space in the corner. Now doesn't have as much of space. He spins off of Minton. Lizotte in front. Save Korpisalo. And he'll hang on. Looks like McAvoy is going to go out there. McAvoy has an assist today. As a secondary assist on the Zacha power play goal back in the first. Zacha wins the draw. Aspro to McAvoy. Around for Arvidsson. Takes the bump from Letang. Gets the puck up the ice. Shea gets it out of the zone for Pittsburgh. Aspro knocks down his man in the far corner. It was Avery Hayes who knocked him down. Puck comes out high. Shea for Letang. Blocked by Arvidsson. Letang gets it back. Across, and that shot, I think, might have caught the post, and it goes out of play. McAvoy missed 11 games earlier in the year as he broke his jaw blocking a shot against Montreal. Face-off one back here by Pittsburgh. Kindle in front trying to get the feed from Hayes. He couldn't get it. Now Kastelik sends it to Tanner Jeannot. Kastelik to Jeannot here. Minute 25 to go in the second. Jeannot trying to get it to Kastelik. Could not. Jeannot to Kastelik in the corner now. Now he's along the wall, tied up there by Carlson. Corrali plays it around. Jeannot tied up by Wotherspoon. Jeannot taken down by Wotherspoon. We play on. Peak. Off Zadorov. Horrible pass by Peak. Where is Jokiharju? Zadorov dumps it in. Is Jokiharju hurt? Puck moved ahead under a minute to go in the second period. Shot there from the blue line is stopped by Korpisalo. And Andrew Peak just pushed Avery Hayes into the net. And now Hayes wants a piece of somebody. Oh yeah, it was Kastelik knocking down Avery Hayes, and he put him into the Bruins net. Kastelik's still pointing. Buffalo scored. Good for the Sabres, man. Kastelik's still chirping down there at the Pittsburgh bench. Husnudinov with a great take. Pasternak gets it in the zone. Girard wrapped up by Husnudinov. Pasternak takes the bump. Ricard Raquel gets it for Pittsburgh. Sends it a cross-ice feed for Girard. Has Chinakhov breaking if he gets it through. But McAvoy, good positioning with his feet. Pasternak trying to race for it. He would have gotten there if he was at 100%. But he's not. You know, McAvoy met with Danhausen. Oh, I don't know. 10 seconds to go in the period. I mean, that would explain why he's been getting hurt so much. He's cursed. McAvoy tripped. Penalty on Pittsburgh with 3 seconds to go in the period. McAvoy drawing the penalty. And Brian Russ is really upset. Solovyov, yeah, I mean, why is Solovyov arguing that? He got the stick on the skates and he tripped him. I don't even know what they're arguing. Like, watch the play, man. You know, like, if I were the Bruins, I'd pull the goalie here. Make it 6-on-4. Give yourselves a chance. Lindholm will take this draw here against Lizotte. Tie up here. Penguins win the draw. That'll do it for the second period. But the Bruins with a 3-1 lead in the going through the first two periods, and it's Pavel Zacha that has been the main star of today's game. 2 goals for him. That's the end of the second period. 3-1 Boston. I'm going to step aside for just a couple of minutes here. Bruins with a 3-1 lead on Pittsburgh through 40 minutes. Bruins will have a power play to start the third period. Be right back. You're watching Boston Bruins coverage right here on YouTube. Welcome back. Bruins with a 3-1 lead on Pittsburgh as we're heading towards the third period. We're in the second intermission. Guys, if you'd like, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Donations are open if you'd like. You hit the pinned comment in the live chat or the first link in the description. It's the same link. That's the best way to support me. Or you can hit the dollar bill icon in the live chat, send in a super chat if you'd like. Members, a Pasternak goal, and for the Penguins, it is Yegor Chinnikov. Chat, we alive? We doing all right? The Boston Cream post on Twitter? What did I just... Okay. No, I've not seen that. Busted her dad's lip open. Oh no. Is that 3 for Abate or is that 4? That's 4. Wolanin. Is that for him? 7. I'm doing a graphic for social media about Providence right now. Blue Mel, that's 14 for him. He scored in the game. Schmaltz, oops. That's 6. Tufty, 25. Tufty's got 25 goals in Providence this year. That's insane. Dalton Smith with his first goal of the season. Sounds like an ECHL guy. Trinyev. Check InstaSam? Okay, I'll check in a second. Protus, 23 and 24 for him. Okay. One second, Exotic, I'll check. I'm just downloading something. I gotta post something too while I'm there. Alright. Huh! Make sure I know who this is. Yeah. Yeah, he died like 2 weeks ago. Oh my god. Suicide. What? Yeah, I don't wonder he deleted it. That's insane that he posted that. Like, was he trolling? Like, if he was trolling, that's still, like, mega, like, dick, you know? Like, I don't know. By the way, the Middlestat Zacha Arvidsson line, when it comes to 5-on-5, second best in the league this year. When it comes to 5x5 goal differential by line, plus 16. The only line that has a better goal differential 5-on-5 this year is the Lehkonen, McKinnon, Natchez line in Colorado with a plus 22. Best line on the roster. The best line on the team. Middlestat, Zacha, Arvidsson. That's why you bring back Victor Arvidsson after this year. That's why. That's why. Yep, Maine won today too. Yep, they had a big win today, right? They beat Adirondack 4-3 in overtime. Maine has BC in the playoffs. Maine should win that in theory. Which, if that's the case, good. Give me Hagens. Your Sens fans, Sorchan Clara went to the playoff spot. Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw him. Maine's got a 10-game winning streak going on. Good for the Mariners, man. Good for them. They're doing something right, clearly. Lightning and Sabres already have 64 penalty minutes, and we're not even done the first period. 35 for Buffalo, for Tampa, 29 for Buffalo. The Bruins are in the last wild card spot in the Eastern Conference, 2 points behind 2 points ahead of Columbus, 4 points ahead of Ottawa, 6 points ahead of the Flyers and the Capitals. And that game is in the battle. That game is for the division lead in the Atlantic, Tampa and Buffalo. Tampa and Buffalo both tied with the top of the division with 82 points. Look at where he's sitting. Right behind the glass. Three fights and 2 10-minute majors. Oh my god. We could get Hagens after this Friday, potentially, if Maine can win. Yeah, I know. Maybe Bruins Devils next Monday on the 16th. It can be a quick turnaround for guys coming to the NHL, just a heads up. Third period on YouTube is brought to you by Black and Gold Productions. Head on over to blackandgoldhockey.com to go check out articles about the Bruins organization from Boston, Providence, Maine, and more. Bruins will have a power play to start the third period. They'll have a minute 57 of power play time to start this third period. I can't wait to call Hagens' first NHL goal. It's going to hit. It's going to hit so hard. Hagens scores! Like, I can't wait to say that sentence out loud and for it to make sense. For it to actually hit. I'm so ready. Susan Hagens, is he coming up after call? Yup, he is. Word around the Bruins organization and around BC is that the minute BC's season ends, Hagens is joining. That's where the Bruins are at. Yep. No, actually, no. I've heard regardless of where the Bruins are at, he's signing. Regardless of where they are. He wants to play in the NHL as soon as possible. The team told him to go back to college for a year, which was actually such a good decision from the development team. Go back to school. Go get a year. Go get it more stronger at school, and then come over. Can't wait for this kid to be here. I've never been more ready to see a hockey player in Boston than seeing James Hagens here. You gonna get a Hagens jersey? Yeah, I hope so, man. Posting that he signed his entry-level contracts in a hit so hard, man. Thanks for not showing like any lead up to start the third period. We are underway. Bruins on their power play for the second time today. Bruins enter the zone. Zacha looking for a hat-trick save. Puck still free. Lindholm can't get a shot away. Bruins going from right to left. But Penguins going from left to right. Here is Morgan Geekie. McAvoy for Pasternak. Pasternak back to Geekie. Geekie spins back. Pasternak lost the puck. Lindholm chips it back to McAvoy. Pasternak whips it to Zacha, who's got 2 today. Lindholm, Geekie shoots! Good save there by Seelovs, and the puck goes out of play on the rebound. The top unit, good chances here. How that stay out? I have no idea. Great pass by Lindholm. Oh, no. Geekie just missed. He just missed high. Oh, man. Bruins win the face-off. Geekie on the left point. Throws it to the net. Deflection. Saves Seelovs. He has that one on the rebound. Join the conversation in the live chat if you have not yet. Tie up here on the face-off. Pittsburgh plays it. It's Ryan Shea. And it's cleared all the way down. Here is McAvoy. Bruins have 3 shots so far on this power play. McAvoy drops it for Arvidsson. Second unit coming out. Arvidsson across the line trying to get it to Geekie. Gets it around Letang. Arvidsson plays it around the net to Pasternak. A little bit of a mix of both units here. Arvidsson and Minton out there with Geekie, Pasternak, and McAvoy. Geekie keeps it in. Lost the puck. 2-on-1. Letang with a Chari. Short-handed bid. Letang shoots over the net. And it goes out of play. $17 to go in the Pittsburgh penalty, in the tripping penalty against Solovyov. Yeah, Minton with great hustle there. So now the second unit's out there. Minton, Middlestat, Arvidsson, Lindholm, and Lohrei. Bruins win the face-off. Played ahead to Minton. Cross corner dump in. Good pressure from Arvidsson. Penguins get this puck. Penalty over. Back to even strength. Solovyov exits the box. Blake Lizotte. Around the net, taken out by Lohrei. Crowd looking for a call. No, did not get one there. Wotherspoon at the right point. Girard spins back against Arvidsson. Girard throws to the front, knocked down. There by Victor Arvidsson, who backed off and blocked the shot. Now here's Hampus Lindholm behind his own net. Plays it up the boards. Intercepted by Letang. Gets upended by Kastelik there. Hampus Lindholm for Zadorov. Lifted out of the zone. Played through Jeannot's legs. It bounced on him. Now here's Kastelik. Bruins a little chip it in deep. Jeannot will get there first on the puck. Tied up there by Shea. Letang knocked into by Kastelik. Kastelik takes the bump to Zadorov. Throws it in front. Kick saved by Seelovs. With an X. Yes, that means Providence clinched. Providence officially clinched. Springfield lost in regulation to Providence last night, so Springfield lost in regulation to Iowa last night, so that means that Providence is in. They will play in the Calder Cup playoffs this spring. Elias Lindholm to McAvoy. Back to Elias Lindholm. Bruins will send this one ahead. Here's Lindholm. Slows up. Throws it cross corner. Husnudinov there first. Out to McAvoy. To the net. Knocked down in traffic. Husnudinov on it. Lindholm tied up along the wall. Trying to chip it around the net. Can't. Husnudinov out to McAvoy. Touches it to Aspero. Back to McAvoy. Fires a shot wide of the net. Rust trying to get this one out. He gets it just to center. Pasternak regathers and re-enters the zone. Husnudinov gets knocked down. No call there. And now here is Raquel. Here is Erik Karlsson. Soderblom in front. Trying to whack it to the net. Korpisalo with a kick save. Lohrei had dead feet there. Here's Kindle. Puts on the brakes. Wotherspoon at the right point now. Wotherspoon spinning back against Asimont. Plays it over. Karlsson one-timer. Save Korpisalo. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Fraser Minton back to Nikita. Now here's Mason Lohrei. Zadorov behind the net, but Lohrei's going to carry it ahead himself. Lohrei plays it around the net. Wotherspoon there first. Achari. Puck played in wide. Achari from the right corner. Korpisalo with the stop there. Yeah, Korpisalo hasn't been tested a ton. Not a lot of threatening chances, but when he's had to make some saves, he's been there. 26 saves this afternoon for Korpisalo. He's been good today. When he's been called upon, he's done well. Face-off won by Pittsburgh. Shea to the net. Where's the puck? I thought it was in the net. It was behind the net. Middlestat chips this one out of the zone. Here is Ryan Shea over to Lizotte. Intercepted by Middlestat. Here is Pavel Zacha. Good feed to Zadorov. Shoots, saves by Seelovs on Zadorov's try from the left circle. Puck sent ahead. Pittsburgh gets their first. It's Dewar. Scores! What a play by Dewar. 3-2. Pittsburgh within one. In the middle of a change, that was a do-nothing play. What happened? This is Ryan Shea throwing it up the ice. Aspro's there. How did... He beat him over the shoulder. That's a great play. Corpy's got to have that. That's a great shot by Dewar, too. He gets free of Aspro. I mean, that's a backhand from the circle. It's a great shot, but man, you got to have that if you're Korpisalo. Now here they come again with a chance to tie it. Here's Koivunen. Aspro keeping to the outside. I mean, both teams were in the middle of a change when that goal even happened. So there was like maybe 5 skaters in the ice total. McAvoy for Jeannot, knocked down by Solovyov. Up ahead, here's Mantha. Aspro got caught, and Mantha scores! We are tied at 3. 2 goals in 27 seconds. We are tied at 3. And the Civ decided to show up. There's Korpisalo. I was just singing your praises too. You bastard. I was just singing your praise on how good you've been today. You get beat 5-hole there? I mean, granted, Aspro with a horrible shift. That's a -2 and well-deserved -2 for Aspro. But man, oh man. Timeout, Boston. And that is another third period lead blown by the Bruins. What's that, their 8th third period lead blown this year? That's the first time I remember in a long time the Bruins blowing a multi-goal lead. 33 seconds. Good Lord. Lohrei sends it up the ice here. Bruins get it in the zone. Wotherspoon pressured by Elias Lindholm. Puck's played around the net. Erik Karlsson there. Asamont gives him a bump. Puck comes out in front, cleared away there by Seelovs. Asamont, good pressure. Takes the puck away, Zadorov in the neutral zone. Puck's played cross corner and in. Peak. Soderblom tied up there by Peak. Here is Letang to the net. Deflection, knocked down. And now the Bruins will get this one out. Pittsburgh fans screaming for a penalty. For what? Zadorov for Asamont. Lifts it out of the zone for the moment. Kendall's shot blocked. Here is Arvidsson for Zacha, who has got 2 goals today. Need him right now. Middlestat. Plays it in behind the net. Zacha's got it. Arvidsson. Trying to throw it in front for Middlestat. Couldn't connect. Aspero. Need to have a better shift after the -2. Puck comes out in front. Zacha scores! Pavel Zacha! A hat trick for Zacha on the road. The Bruins get the lead right back. And here come the Chapeaus! Wow! (4-3) Boston with 11:26 left. Wow, 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 wow. Huge goal for Zacha. A hat trick. His second hat trick of the season. Aspero tied up there by Lazat. Achari looks to center it in front. Couldn't get it to Lazat there. Played back out to the line. Pittsburgh still rotating in the offensive zone. Solovyov gets around Husnudinov. Throws it in front, the no man's land. Pasternak, Elias Lindholm. He might be able to get a breakaway here. Lindholm tripped up, no call. How is that not a penalty on Lazat? He tripped up Lindholm trying to play the puck. Out in front, saved by Korpisalo. Here is Carlson. Shoots, save Korpisalo. Rebound cleared away. McAvoy tied up. Here's Koivunen. Lindholm was tripped on a blatant breakaway. Hampus Lindholm up the glass and out to the neutral zone. Here is Carlson. Through to Koivunen. Shoots wide. Now Geekie has Asamont. Asamont gets it across the blue line. Gets it through 2 defenders, but couldn't get it through cleanly with the puck. Here is Wotherspoon. 10 minutes to go. Zadorov and Wotherspoon come together. Peak plays it around. Knocked down by Novak. Mantha fans on a one-timer. Puck comes out. Geekie racing for it. Lifts a stick. Asamont crossed the line with it. Asamont on the left side in the corner. From the line. Stopped. From the goal line, that is. Zadorov off of Geekie and in the zone. The Bruins will finish a change. Here is Rust. Raquel tying up Lohrei. Raquel wide of the net, it looked like. Here's Arvidsson trying to get through, and Silov's got it away from trouble. Shea. Penguins are offside. 8:55 to go. It should have been just a penalty. Excuse me. Checking on the Sabres Lightning game right now. 1-0 at the end of the first period. Finally, at the end of the first period. 70 penalty minutes. Tampa overtake the Bruins in penalties? Maybe. What is this? Oh, it's a commercial. It's NASCAR. Zacha with his second hat trick of the year today against the Penguins, and he's come up huge. Nope, Zacha is a free agent after next season. Elias Lindholm on this draw. Big tie up here on the draw. Penguins win the face-off in the neutral zone. Puck comes to Koivunen on the entry. Out to Erik Karlsson. Here is Wotherspoon. Save. Rebound. Score. Mantha. Tie game. Corpy was way out of his net again. Where are you? You're out of the crease on a shot from the blue line, man. I'm with Exotic on this one. What the hell is Korpisalo doing? Why are you a mile out of your net? Holy crap, dude. His second goal of the game. Up until the start of this period, Korpisalo was having one of his better games of the season. The minute the third period came around, it's like he flipped a switch, and he flipped it in a not good way. Arvidsson for Middlestat. Back to Arvidsson, hit the post! Bruins keeping it, it's Middlestat. Plays it across, nobody there. Hampus Lindholm from the left board, shoots. Saves Seelovs, and he has the rebound. I think Swayman should be in this game too. You need points. Every game is a must-win. I'm with Exotic on this one. Now. 3 goals and 10 shots is not good in the third period. It's just not. Bruins win the draw. Penguins get the puck up the ice. No icing here as it got deflected in. Dewar tied up with Geeky. Korpisalo's not making a good case the last 2 starts for keeping his job as a backup after this season. Lizotte tied up there by Geeky. Turnaround shot. Pinball's around. The puck is behind Korpisalo again. He's out of his net by 16 feet again. But it didn't go in. The Bruins kept it out. Bruins are scrambling in their own zone right now because they're goaltender. The Bruins are forced to ice the puck because their goaltender can't stop a beach ball right now. Corpy, breathe, man. Take a deep breath. You're throwing a game that the Bruins cannot afford to throw. Every game is a must-win down the stretch. You can't afford one loss anymore. You really can't afford to lose a game anymore. Penguins win the faceoff. Erik Karlsson. Chance in front. Koivinen's blocked by Hampus Lindholm. Pastrnak up the boards and out. They win the games. Not going to win games all the games the rest of the year. You can't afford to lose. Look at how tight the wild card race is. You can't afford to lose. Because there's going to be 6 teams on your ass if you lose one game. Here comes Husnudinov, 3-on-2. Across, past Pastrnak. Gotta be a better play from Pastrnak there. What do we got here? Is it a penalty on Pittsburgh? It's gonna be on Wotherspoon. Caught Elias Lindholm up high. The Bruins were winning 3-0 in this game at one point. Yes, they were. Yeah, probably just give Zacha the puck. Apparently he'll score for you. This game is stupid. The Bruins were winning this game comfortably literally 15 minutes ago in real time. It was 3-1. It's now 4-4. Good Lord, man. Win it. McAvoy fires, saved by Seelovs. Puck comes to the blue line. McAvoy can't play a simple puck, man. Oh my God. Poke check to the blue line. Penguins get this puck out. Play to Zacha. It's not that easy, Anthrax, putting just Korpisalo in the AHL. It's not that easy. Bruins get it across the line. Zacha to Pastrnak. It's poke checked by Achari. Taken down. Penguins have an odd man rush. 3-on-2. Erik Karlsson with the lead. No, he missed wide. Zacha, the turnover. Rust. Kick save, Korpisalo. Rebound. Where's the puck? It goes wide. Morgan Geekie now walks in, shoots, saves Seelovs. The Bruins are breaking right now. What is happening? What are they doing? What the... What the heck? Thank God Russ at the side of the net. Oh my God. Big tie up here. Need a face. Need the puck. Didn't get the puck. Pittsburgh's on attack. Oh, Girard has cleared it down. Lohrei. For Fraser Minton. Arvidsson across the line. Minton trying to wave it in behind the net. Solovyov. Middlestat gets it. In front for Arvidsson. Couldn't play it. Here is Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm behind the net. Back to Arvidsson. Lohrei to Arvidsson. In front, Minton shoots. What a save, Seelovs. He robbed him. Arvidsson, right side. Minton again. Trying to score here. Can't. Tied up. It's caught under a body. We stop play. Is that delay a game? I don't know what that message was, Exotic. Yeah, my name is a common name. Hit the like button if you have not yet. Yeah, Pasternak saved that goal for Noel Achari. What happened? I have no idea. Third period, Korpisalo showed up. That's not a good thing if you were wondering. Tied at 4 with 4:15 to go. Pasternak flips this one out of the zone. Penguins out shooting the Bruins 13-7 in the period. Penguins have scored 3 goals. The Bruins have scored 1. Pastrnak will carry it up the ice here. Spins back, waits for options, finds McAvoy, curls, lost. He forgot the puck. And now it's an odd man rush for Pittsburgh the other way. Here is Raquel for Chinikov. Asamont keeping him to the outside. We're going to wrap him up instead. Puck lifted out of the zone and out. McAvoy tried making a move to the inside and he forgot the puck in the process. Puck broken up. McAvoy flips this one out of the zone. 3:15 to go in the game. Here is Letang. Sends it into the neutral zone. Letang, as he fell over, Novak lost it to Minton. Played across to Peak with 3 minutes left. Peak dumps in deep. Mantha there first for Pittsburgh. Bruins are going to get a change here. Here is Mantha, 2:50 left in OT. Mantha across the line, knocked into by Zadorov. Koivunen. Out to the blue line. Solovyov, Knuckler, saved Korpisalo. Puck played around and it comes to Middlestat. Now here's Pavel Zacha. Zacha, who has got a hat trick today, drops it for Lindholm. Across Arvidsson. In the middle, Middlestat couldn't get the shot away, got blocked. Arvidsson to Lindholm. The Middlestat shot, that goes just wide of the net. And the Penguins flip this one out. Achari trying to beat Hampus Lindholm. He did not. And Achari goes down hard. 2 minutes to go. Middlestat with some space up ahead. Here is Arvidsson. Looks, drops it for Elias Lindholm. Lower ice, saved by Seelovs. Point blank chance. And they're going to stop play. Did Pittsburgh touch it? That would be the only reason why. Achari is down and hurt. If Pittsburgh touched it, that's fine. Achari went crashing hard into the board. That sucks for him. If Pittsburgh touched the puck after the Lorai chance, then that's fine to stop play. That's okay. But if the Bruins had possession, I'd be pissed. They're chanting, "Ref, you suck." Achari went down himself. What did Lindholm do to deserve a penalty? I don't know why they're chanting, "Ref, you suck," when Achari dove for the puck himself. Achari off the ice. Helped off the ice by the trainer. Minute 51 to go in the game. Elias Lindholm on this face-off against Ben Kindle. Tie up here. Penguins win it. Here is Carlson now to minute 43. Raquel for Chinikov across the line. Poke check there. Pass is blocked. Here comes Pastrnak. Has Husnadinov breaking. Pastrnak shoots. Saved by Seelovs. Wotherspoon didn't play the puck properly, which sent Pastrnak going. Pastrnak almost passed it to Husnadinov, but he probably wouldn't have gotten a great pass away, so I'm glad he shot it. Minute 29 to go. Minton out there against Lizotte. Minton wins it. Asamont back to the line. Peak shot blocked in traffic. Here is Geekie. In front, Asamon trying to bank it in from the side of the net, could not. Letang gets it away for Pittsburgh. Here is Mantha. Flips it across ice. This puck goes out of play with 1:12 to go. Face off at center. Minton against Novak. At center ice here. 56 face-offs in this game. They're about even. 29-27 Pittsburgh. Now make it 30-27 Pittsburgh. Shea for Letang. What's up, Michael? Thanks for stopping by. We have 1 minute to go. In a game that the Bruins were winning 3-1 to start the third period, there's a chance this game could go to overtime. Minson for Geekie. Gets it in deep. Puck kept in by the Bruins for the moment. Pittsburgh will get it. Out of the zone, it's Koivunen. 40 seconds left. Flips it in. Zadorov will be first on it. Puck played to Geekie. Tied up, Chinakhov gets there. Puck played by Zacha to McAvoy. Has to spin back. Pittsburgh with a two-man pressure on the forecheck. McAvoy to Zacha, down to 20 seconds. Zacha up the boards. Connects with Middlestat on the bounce from Arvidsson. Middlestat, tied up by Karlsson here. Finds Arvidsson in front. Gets knocked into by Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon down to 10 seconds to go. Tied up by Zacha. Middlestat digs it free. In front, Arvidsson. Stopped by Seelovs. 3 seconds to go. And this game is going to overtime, man. I have nothing. There are no words. Oh, man. The skaters don't deserve to lose, but the Corpusalo does. I'm hearing fireworks. Pittsburgh's pure shit in overtime. This should not be in overtime. That's what we're complaining about. Just gave Pittsburgh a point. All right. Starts now. The Bruins win the faceoff. McAvoy pressured tightly. He lost the puck to Chinakhov. Erik Karlsson's got it. Chinakhov gets the puck back. Gets a screen from Karlsson. To the net, poke checked. there by Korpisalo, and Novak scores! The Bruins are screaming at the officials. There was a clear pick set against the Penguins. Set by the Penguins. Which there absolutely was. Tommy Novak wins it in overtime for Pittsburgh. And the Bruins just handed 2 points to the Pittsburgh Penguins. On a silver damn platter. That is the worst choke I have seen the Bruins have in years. They were winning 3-0 with half the game left. Half the game to go. They were winning 3-0. One of the worst individual chokes I've ever seen in one game in the history of the Bruins. Awful. Awful. I don't care if it was interference or not. I don't really give a damn. I don't care. Yeah, that's the first time the Penguins have gotten a 3-goal comeback without Crosby or Malkin since 2001. 25 years. One of the worst losses all season. Korpisalo absolutely deserves 100% of the blame for this. 100%. I gave that man so much credit over the last 2.5 months for being really good. Thursday, I gave him a pass. It's an off night, right? Tonight, he comes out after the second period, which he had done really well. He had stopped 26 of 27 starting the third period. He comes out and puts on the worst single period performance I've ever seen a goaltender have. Unbelievable. Yes, Aspero was a -3 in the game, in the third period. Yes, he was. But Korpisalo, man. Let me pull up the visual. Okay? Let's pull up a visual of something here. Okay? I don't want to buy a hockey rink. All right, let's pull up a visual of what the hell just happened, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sam Breaks Down Korpisalo. So, this is the defending zone, right? On the Penguins 4-4 goal. Shot comes from the right point. All right? Shot comes from the right point. Korpisalo squirming around like a fish in there that doesn't have water. Okay? Doesn't know what he's doing. And then the puck is here. Korpisalo's here, and the puck is here. Come on! Where's the NHL Edge visualizer? Okay, where is that? I need to see that. Okay? Oh, this is Islanders Golden Knights. I don't want to see this. NHL. Just come to the league website for crying out loud, please. Yeah, without Crosby and Malkin, their two best players. How did you blow that? Oh my God. Let's break this down. All right? So, pucks in the Penguins' end. Bruins are going for a change, right? Connor Dewar. How does this go in, man? I'm going to look at this side of the ice. Okay? I mean, Aspero, that's a whole nother can of worms, right? Look at 19. Connor Dewar gets off of Aspero. Why are you hugging the post? Look at how much space is left. Of course you got beat shoulder side. Of course you did. Of course you did. And then this goal. Puck comes up the ice, right? Solovyov has it. McAvoy is a mile behind the play. Watch 39 in black here. Watch Mantha, okay? He rotates. The play comes here, right? Aspero gets caught puck watching. Mantha breaks in, beats him 5-hole. Tie game. This is where it gets really bad. Okay? This was the worst goal he gave up today. They get it across the line. Aspero did not have a good third period at all. Okay? Assignments look right. McAvoy's sitting in the slot. When 18 cuts the net, that's going to be his man, right? So we don't have to worry about that quite yet. Wotherspoon throws it on net. Everything collapses. Okay? Everything collapses to the net. How does this happen? Korpisalo is ahead of the puck. The puck is behind you. And of course it goes in. The game-winning goal just happened just moments ago. Carlson drops it off. Okay? Watch 65. A pick. Knocked Pasternak down. Okay? Chinakhov cut to the net. He didn't have an option. Zacha overcommits. Not blaming him for this game because he scored a hat trick. Okay, first time the Bruins lost a game that they had scored a hat trick in since '99. Okay, not blaming him, but he lost his assignment. He overcommits to the man on the puck. Okay, Zacha's there. Then he has to cut to the middle. Overcommits. And as a quick little shot from Novak, and it beats Korpisalo far side. Game over. Once again. Interference here. Carlson knocks down Pasternak with a screen. This was a pick and roll like it was basketball. You can't do that, number one. Chinakhov, again, cut to the net. Didn't get a shot away. He found Novak. Zacha overcommitted. Novak buries the game winner. Not blaming Zacha. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Scored a hat trick in the game. In theory, you should win that game. Just pointing out the facts. Okay? Josiah, I'm going to bring you in here because I need to hear your thoughts on this. What's up, Josiah?
My turn.
Go ahead.
All right, Bruins, open your ears because we're gonna get a little lesson here. But first of all, let's go over the lesson you just taught us, and that's how to blow a 3-0 lead to a team that has 2 of their star players gone. That this should have been easy. You're up 3-0 with over half the game left, and you blow it. It's unbelievable how easy this was once they started getting a little momentum. The moment you lost momentum for half a second, this game was over, and we all knew it. Korpisalo, I feel betrayed. I am betrayed by you the same way Sam feels it. And that's because Sam and myself have been giving you so much credit this year because you have been pretty good and pretty solid throughout the year. We have been behind you. You are getting shredded on social media. You're getting shredded in this channel. You're getting shredded by the press. You're getting shredded by some of your own teammates at sometimes. And we have had your back this whole time. And then you go and spit in our faces like that. That is completely unacceptable, unbelievable. That was one of the worst collapses of a goalie in one game I've seen in a long time. You're a complete brick wall. You can stop everything for half a game. And then I don't know what happened during that TV timeout and like the 9 minutes to go in the second, because you looked so shaky after that. That is a complete and utter embarrassment from Korpisalo. And it frustrates me the most that we have been defending him for so long. You and me, Sam, have defended him, it feels, for months. And he does that. Almost nothing you did in the second half of that game is acceptable. You were getting outshot. You were losing faceoffs. You can't convert on the power play other than that one time earlier in the game. You miss out on your other opportunities. Your penalty kill is, first of all, you got a 5-on-3. That should not happen. They just beat you in a lot of categories. And then I don't even care. If that was interference, I don't care. If the guy specifically shoved over Pastrnak, like on purpose, like literally went over and smacked him in the face, I still wouldn't have given a shit. Because the problem was, this game was already over because Pastrnak was not involved in the play after that. Like, and he wouldn't have been. Like, Zacha overcommitted and the game was over because Corpy can't stop a fucking beach ball, so it doesn't really matter what happens. I don't know what you do with him from here because you can't send him down to the AHL. You can't trade him because nobody wants this piece of garbage. Like, I'm just so frustrated that he has been good. We have been defending him, and he does that. Unacceptable in every shape, standard that exists out there.
And granted, let's take a look at the bright side. You guys are going to hate me. The Bruins got 3 of 4 points this weekend. But at what risk?
Well, Jeremy Swayman earned 2 of them, so I don't care.
Oh, God. The thing is, guys, you can't call up DiPietro right now. You can't.
No, you can't.
You can't call up DiPietro. You can't send Korpisalo down. You can't. You want to know why? Neither would be playoff eligible. Korpisalo would not be eligible to play in the AHL playoffs, and DiPietro would not be eligible to play in the NHL playoffs. Can't do that. So you're stuck with him for the rest of the season. I don't believe DiPietro would be eligible now. He might be because of
No.
the game he played. He might be. I don't know. You got to remember, here's the problem with buying out goaltenders, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be, you know, it is what it is. Okay? And here is the situation you're dealing with. If I forgot my trade of point. I forgot my trade of thought. Oh, gee, when that happened?
DPH are not being eligible.
Not even that. I forgot what I was gonna. I was going down a different point, a different thought process, and I completely forgot about it.
I don't know.
The Bruins got 3 of 4 points this weekend, right? That's a good thing. In hindsight, you don't look at if you don't look at the details, okay, you don't look at what really happened. On paper, 3 of 4, okay, yeah, 3 of 4 in a back-to-back, yeah, good for that. That's good. But if you look at the numbers, you look at the details, you look at the nitty-gritty, ooh, not good. Korpisalo, ooh, third period, not good. Ooh, interference not called in overtime, not good. Here we are.
It's not because they lost, it's how they lost.
Yeah, it's how they lost, right? Here's the thing. If this game was just a back and forth goal fest, right? Like, let's say it wasn't 3-0 and it was like 1-0 Pittsburgh, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. You get it. So we get to 4-4 and we get to overtime, Pittsburgh wins. I wouldn't be as mad as I am right now. I would not be. And I don't think anybody would be. Just like, oh, damn, just lost a shootout, pretty much. That's not what happened here. The Bruins were winning this game 3-0 with half the game left. Okay? Take 2 penalties. You're only up 2 now. You give up 1. Oh, 2 goals in 30 seconds in the third period. We're tied at 3. Oh, they scored again. Good. 4-3. Oh, they blew it again. 4-4. And then they lose in overtime. You know? The thing is with the referees were out of it. There was nothing was called. Nothing. Really. I mean, if it wasn't for, besides the missed interference call in overtime, besides that, the referees were really good today. They were really good today. I agree with a lot of the calls they made today. Yeah, you blew a 3-goal lead on the road. And you further prove my point that you cannot win on the road. And if you, right now, here's the problem. If the Bruins season were to end today, you know who you'd be playing? Carolina. Who, by the way, you are actually better than at home. Problem is, Carolina's 17-9-4 on the road. The Bruins 11-14-5. Ooh. 5 of 6.
They've wiped the floor.
5 of 6 extra time losses coming on the road? Not good. Not good.
One thing I'll interject with is I'm only going to blame Korpisalo 90% of this. I got to divvy up 5% to 2 other players that deserve some scrutiny, and that is Aspro and McAvoy.
Yeah.
Both of these 2 had horrible games. Aspro, obviously, on that horrendous miscue that led to one of the first goals that got Pittsburgh back into the game. And then McAvoy, it just looked like he was stumbling over his own feet today. I mean, he, spinning around, forgetting the puck behind him, not being able to play it during the power play, and it's skipping over his stick, so they have to clear the zone. Like, honestly, both Aspro and McAvoy had horrible games today. Again, still giving 90-ish% of the blame on Corpy because, he stood strong for the first half of the game and then just collapsed. But you also got to take into consideration, it's not helpful when your team is just giving up the puck in the defensive zone like McAvoy and Aspro were doing.
Yeah. I mean, Aspro, besides the third period, actually had a good game. He had 2 assists today. He had 2 assists. He was a -1. It means he was a -3 in the third period alone. McAvoy was a -2. Let's take a look at the plus minuses today, okay? Middlestat +1. Zacha, you know what's crazy? Zacha had a hat trick and was even. He wasn't a plus. He wasn't a minus. He was even. That's shocking. Elias Lindholm even. Morgan Geekie even. Kastelik Corrali -1. Jeannot -1. Arvidsson +1. Asamont even. Pasternak -1, yet he had a goal today. Husendinov and Minton even. Lorai Peak +1. Lindholm even. Aspro -1. McAvoy -2. Zadorov is even. And Korpisalo, of course, they don't do plus-minus for goalies, but if he was, -5. Yeah.
I'm just telling you now, I'm already going to predict what's going to happen in the playoffs. Even if the Bruins make it into the playoffs, you better hope you have home ice advantage for that first round, or you're losing.
You're not. The thing is, they can't. Tampa and Buffalo are running away with the division lead pretty much. You're going to be playing on the road for 4 of 7 games in the playoffs.
And now you understand my point.
You're done. They're done. They're done.
Exactly. My point is they're going to lose round 1 no matter if they make it or not, because you're not. First of all, even if you were at home ice all 7 games, you're still going to lose because the teams are just better than you. Like, you just freaking stink. Like, unless you're at home in the perfect circumstances and you have Swayman and net, you're terrible. Corpy's either going to lose you the game, or you can't play on the road, or you get 27,000 penalty minutes. Like, you don't have the pieces. And that's why I'm still completely livid at Sweeney with the deadline, is because you had the chance to make this team at least generally reliable by adding pieces. And he was like, oh, we chose to win a safe route. I'm like, you don't play safe and win Stanley Cups.
Well,
like, what do you think?
Well,
okay.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You're already good enough, yes, but you're not already good enough.
Yeah, but you don't want. So here's the problem, okay? And I'm going to push back on this because I mean, let's be honest here. Yes, the Bruins didn't do a lot at the deadline. Neither did anybody. Nobody did anything at the deadline because prices were too freaking high. Okay? Do you know what the ask for Robert Thomas was? James Higgins, Fraser Minton, and a first-round pick. Were you going to do that? No. Absolutely not. Do you know what the ask for Vincent Trocheck was? 2 first-round picks. You going to do that? No. The ask on Rasmus
Those specific ones, sure, but they didn't try.
No, they tried. They absolutely tried.
How do we know?
It came out they did. Sweeney said it himself they did. Everybody was like, oh yeah, Boston was really aggressive on Trocheck, Ristolainen, Thomas, everybody. Nothing.
I didn't even see that.
Prices weren't budging. Teams weren't budging on prices. Ristolainen, you know what the ask was for Ristolainen reportedly? Lorai, Patra, Lysell, and a first-round pick. Absolutely not. Not for.
All right, well, I wasn't privy to this information, so
yeah. So there you go. No, it wasn't. It's not on Sweeney.
But can you admit at least that your team isn't good enough to get anywhere?
No, I'm not saying they weren't. I'm not. You know, they're gonna be a first round exit this year. But the thing is, and people aren't realizing this. Okay, and here's the problem. That's a success for the Bruins. Is a first round is a playoff appearance. That's success this year, right? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. If the goal from the front office this year was to make the playoffs. Now, whatever they do in them, that's a whole other can of worms. But they get there. It's success. It's not even guaranteed they're going to get there anymore. Because they can't win on the road. And that's nothing, the front office can't fix that. Because the prices are too high. Providence is playing well, so you don't want to break that up too much. You can't fix that. That has to be coaching. That goes back to Marco Sturm. That goes back to Steve Spott. That goes back to Chris Kelly. Jay Leach. Those guys have to say, hey, what are we? 24-8-1 at home. 11, 14, and 5 on the road. If they were just that much better on the road, they would be where Montreal is right now. 3rd place in the Atlantic Division right now. But no, they're not.
And that's my frustration.
That has to be coaching. Just that much better on the road. Like,
you're not good enough in any shape or form to get anything done as far as it comes to an extended playoff run. However, you have some resources to attempt to do that. Now, if you had some additional pieces, like obviously once we have Higgins come up, that'll help. And once we obviously get some extra help, but like, you know, there's no more deadline. There's not really going to be any more trades. Like, obviously, like you can't, this is it. Like, you got to work with the pieces you have.
Yep, exactly.
And the issue with that is that they're not going to, and that was actually going to be my next point when you brought it up, was coaching. Like, that's where I was going to go next is, you know, Marco Sturm was given a golden opportunity this season to show that he was different. You know, the Bruins had their reasons of firing Montgomery. And then obviously, you know, our little interim head coach there was not exactly sufficient. So he was put in a good spot. And it goes back to what I said a few months ago, where sometimes Sturm gives me the vibe that he just doesn't care when it comes to changing. When things need to change, they need to change. Like, where's the Marco Sturm that there was when, you know, the Bruins were on that horrendous losing streak? He kind of, you know, riled them up a little bit, kind of changed his coaching status a little bit, and they freaking went on a run.
Well, we only see a little bit, right? Because he's on the bench. We don't see what he says in the locker room. We don't see what he says at practice. We don't see what he says, you know, with this and that. You know, I don't know. He's clearly done a good enough job to get the Bruins to where they are. Clearly, right? He's definitely done a decent enough job, at least, to get the Bruins into a spot where they're competing this time of year. Because last year, around this time, the Bruins were hot garbage. Hot garbage. It was hard to watch this team last year, right? And you can say, oh, it was hard to watch the game today after the second period. Yeah, okay, fine. But try watching the game last year.
Last year was horrible.
If they were playing last year, if this was last year's team against the Penguins today, the Bruins would have rolled over and died. They would have lost 15-1. That's how bad they were last year. Today, it's a lot better. Not amazing. Nowhere near where it needs to be yet, but that's why it's called a retool. Because they have prospects coming. They have things coming in the works. Higgins is coming maybe within the next 2 weeks at the latest if BC gets knocked out of the Hockey East playoffs. And if they don't make the national tournament anyway. They have stuff coming. Gasso's going to be in Providence. Lushmelis is going to be here next year. It's a retool. It's not supposed to be a one and done. It's going to take time. So the playoffs is a success this year for the Bruins. If Toronto sucks and they get a top and they get a, you know, anywhere from 6 to 10 in the draft, that's a good pick. Imagine the Bruins making the playoffs, possibly even winning a round if they can get lucky.
I don't know why you're yelling, dude. Like, you're good, man. Like, take a second, man. I don't know who you're trying to prove. I think we all agree with you.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get the point across. Okay? If they get to the playoffs and they have a top 6, they have a 6 to 10 pick, they're in a good spot. The future. And next season and the year after that. Next spring, a year from now, we're going to be talking about Dean Latorno joining the Bruins. Who's having another dominant year in the Hockey East for BC. A dominant year this year, just like Higgins. Another year of that, Bruins going to be in a much better spot with him joining the team next year. So, if they don't make it this year, it's not all doom and gloom for what's coming ahead. It might not look great on paper right now, but look what's behind the NHL roster, then get excited. That's why the Bruins blew it up last year. That's why the Bruins are doing what they're doing now, and they could sneak in the playoffs, which is a success in year one of a retool. There you go.
Right, and I'm not looking for the Bruins to win the Stanley Cup this year because obviously that's not going to happen. But like,
I love it, but we'll see.
I think it would be nice, but I think my main frustration is that they get in their own way. Where, obviously, you can blame Corpy as much as you want. Today completely on him. Has he been iffy throughout the season? Sure, but he's been generally good. The Bruins have the certain skill set of getting in their own way. So, put it this way. We just played, game 63. You only have 19 games left.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're in a playoff spot still, holding on to it for dear life. But you're in a spot where you can succeed. You got Columbus sneaking up real fast behind you. You've played an extra game. They haven't played their 63rd game yet. And it's against a beat-up Kings team that you'll be facing on Tuesday. If you buckle down and really lock in and focus, you can do this. And I think any sensible Bruins fan with any knowledge of how this team actually works will understand that if you make the playoffs, you did what you were supposed to do this year.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be winning all the way up to the Stanley Cup, but you're also not supposed to be like, oh, well, we're not going to win the Stanley Cup, so let's tank all the way. No, you're not pulling on Maple Leafs here. So, swallow this pill, even though this is a hard one to swallow after giving up a 3-goal lead. I had my tangent because, Korpisalo just frustrates the heck out of me. But, you have a good stretch coming up. You got Kings, Sharks, Capitals as your next 3. Those are some important teams to beat. You got Sharks in there as well. Capitals are still a team you're competing with. Reset, refocus, and you got to get going.
Yeah. There's a chance I could be at the game against the Kings on Tuesday. I was told that there might be a chance I could go, so we'll see what's going on with that. Lightning and Sabres tied at 4 in the second period. I might have to turn that on. Just to see what that game's like. But yeah.
One thing that could happen there is that they're both teams get a point because of overtime.
Yeah.
For the Bruins' sake, you want that game to end in regulation.
Yeah, you do. With somebody, you want this game ending in regulation if you're the Bruins. So,
honestly, preferably the Lightning, because I feel like the Lightning have already run away with the division. So you kind of want the Sabres to stay relatively close to you in point. Oh, actually, they're at the same point. I just realized they both have 82 points, so never mind.
Well, anyway.
Tampa's, yeah. Anyway.
Oh man, frustrating game. Just so frustrating, man.
I think that's where both of our emotions come from too. Like we're both I think we're both not upset necessarily at the where we're at and what the team's condition is. It's just mainly Korpisalo, obviously, but it's just the dumb mistakes, man, that it frustrates me, the constant penalties and the constant same mistakes. That's kind of why I got so irritated. It's just the consistent things, and I feel like you agree with me or not. I feel like that's kind of where we're at.
If the Bruins were just that much better on the road.
Yep.
We could be talking for the division lead right now if they were just a little bit better on the road. Don't even have to be above 500 on the road either. Just winning a couple more games on the road, and you're near the top of the standings in the Atlantic.
Like winning this one.
Yeah.
Up 3.
Yeah, if you had won this game in regulation Or if you had, you know, won the Tampa game. Yeah, like if, like as Killer said, if you're 500 on the road, you're good. If you're great at home, you're 500 on the road, you're good. I don't know. I don't know, man. Thankfully, the next 2 Bruins games are at home. Tuesday and Thursday. Kings and Sharks. Need at least 3 of 4 points. Sharks are going to be a tough team. Kings you should be able to beat in theory, but we'll see if this game deflates your momentum at all. We'll see. Thankfully, the Bruins have not lost at home in 2026. We'll see if that continues through the week. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for Bruins coverage here on YouTube. The Bruins lose 5-4 in overtime to the Penguins. I will see you all possibly Tuesday. I might be at the game, might not be. I'll let you know. You'll know by tomorrow for sure if I'm going to be, because I'll have the stream scheduled and everything. But if it's scheduled, that means I'm going live. If it's not, that means I'm not going live, and I'll be at the game. So, regardless, I'll see you guys next time. Bruins lose 5-4 in overtime to Pittsburgh. If you haven't done it yet, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Ring the bell to get notified every single time I go live or upload here on the channel. Follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter down below in the description. And the Bruins lose 5-4 in overtime to Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna go get a drink. Good night, everybody.